Lexington, get loud and say it with me. This is Monster Jam.
He is your 2023 World Final Racing Champion, all the way from Paris, Texas. He is Tristan England in JCB Digatron.
My personality is a perfect fit for this track. We are a combination of talent and toughness. We are fearless. We are confident. We are one of a kind. We're not here to just compete. We're here to smash the competition.
Please welcome the all-new, courageous and powerful 6-ton unicorn with a bold attitude from Lafayette, Louisiana, Kayla Blood, Sparkle Smash! Kentucky, are you ready for Monster Jam? Our first competition tonight is JCB Racing. This is a time racing competition where our drivers will use both front and rear steer to navigate the track, and they'll be going up against the clock. The driver with the fastest time will be crowned your JCB Racing winner. Keep in mind, though, that if our drivers knock the gray turn pod out of its perimeter, it will be a disqualification, and we will let you know about any 5-second penalties as well. Lexington, are you ready for JCB Racing? Our first competitor coming up, Kayla Blood, Sparkle Smash. An 11.042 from Kayla Blood and Sparkle Smash will now be the official time to beat here in JCB Racing. This track very narrow here comparatively speaking to other arenas, so our drivers are going to really have to concentrate on these turns here on this track. So an 11.042, that is the time to beat as Kayla Blood and Sparkle Smash kick things off here in JCB Racing. Our second driver coming up, please welcome Zach Garner, Wildside. He must make a race pass faster than 11.042 to take the lead here in JCB Racing. We have a new leader with a 9.208, Zach Garner and Wildside. Take a look at that super glue glued to the replay. A great fast time there from Zach Garner and Wildside. Almost beating Sparkle Smash by almost 2 seconds. A 1.834 gap there. And that is now the new time to beat for Zach Garner and Wildside. So he now takes the top spot here in the JCB Racing bracket. Again, also keep in mind that if our driver's momentum moves the gray turn pod, that is not a disqualification. A 9.208, that is the time to beat here. Zach Garner and Wildside now hold the top spot. Please welcome Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. 9.208, that is the time to beat here in JCB Racing as she gets lined up and ready to go. We have a tie, 9.208, but because Zach Garner and Wildside went first, he will be in the top spot and will continue to hold the lead with the 9.208, so it will be Zach Garner and Wildside who will break the tie. Our fourth competitor up, it's Mark Hall, Raminator. Started his career in 1991 and has been a veteran of this sport as he gets ready to see if he can beat the time of 9.208 set by Zach Garner and Wildside. A great time, 9.792 for Mark Hall and Raminator. Great fast time there, but that will not be enough to take the lead away from Zach Garner with that 9.208. You can see the super glue glued to the action replay. Great turning there from Mark Hall and Raminator on that very last turn to come up on top of the pod there to finish out his run. There you see where we stand in the JCB Racing competition. Wildside at the top spot, followed by Gravedigger, Raminator, and Sparkle Smash. We are coming up upon our fifth driver here in JCB Racing. Please welcome Tristan England, JCB Digatron. 9.208 is the time to beat here as he gets set into the line. And he collects the first sub 9 second time with an 8.833. He's now your new leader, Tristan England and JCB Digatron. A great time there from JCB Digatron, 8.833. And the only one so far with the sub 9 second run. And there is your leaderboard right now, JCB Racing competition. And coming up next, please welcome Jamie Garner, Overboard. He is our sixth competitor here in JCB Racing and must beat a time of 8.833. That is the time to beat. Our staging lights are lit at the far end of our race lane. Outside yellow light means our drivers need to head to the line. 2 yellow lights means they're staged and ready to go, and they'll be looking for that green light. That will be a DNF, a did not finish for Jamie Garner and Overboard. And of course, we'll let you know what's going on with Jamie Garner and Overboard as he heads directly to his pit stall. Does not complete his run here in JCB Racing. Sounds like I'm getting word that there's some engine troubles there for Jamie Garner and Overboard. So there'll be a DNF, did not finish for Jamie Garner. No time will be given to Overboard, so still in the lead, Tristan England and JCB Digatron with an 8.833. And there you see where we stand in the rest of our field of competition. Our seventh competitor up, please welcome Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. El Toro Loco looking to see if he can take the top spot away from Wildside. And he will cross the finish line with a time of 9.625. Not enough to take the lead away. A good time, though, there from Armando Castro and El Toro Loco. And then you can see the replay on the video board, brought to you by the original Super Glue. We only have one driver remaining here before we crown our first winner here tonight in JCB Racing. As it stands right now, Tristan England and JCB Digatron is your time to beat and the leader. And only one man stands in his way from collecting his first 8 points of the night. And that man coming to the line, our last driver up. Please welcome Kurt Kramer, Hotsy. 8.833 is the time to beat for Kurt Kramer and Hotsy. That will be the time he needs to move ahead and take the win here tonight. .583 is showing on the video board, but there is a 5-second penalty. There is a 5-second penalty assessed, so it is a 15.583 for Hotsy, which means Lexington, your JCB Racing winner is Tristan England, JCB Digatron. Lexington, let's hear it for your JCB Racing winner, collecting his first 8 points of the night, Tristan England and JCB Digatron.
Well, if I didn't tell you so, I would be wrong. Am I right? You're racing champ right here. Man, how did it feel?
Man, I feel electric. I mean, it's my first time here in Lexington. You guys in the pit party, y'all were really rowdy. I can't wait to see what the rest of the night holds. But is everybody having a good time tonight? Man, I actually have a special guest. My dad's in the house. It's getting crazy. We just got to race and win. I can't wait for two-wheel skills because that's my born and bred skill level right there. That's my competition. I'm going to come out here. There may be some broken parts. There may be some broken hearts out here on this floor, but I guarantee you JCB Digatron's going to be the smoothest one out here. But you got to get loud, Lexington. Let me hear you.
Your racing champ, here he is, Tristan England, driver of JCB Digatron.
A huge congratulations there to Tristan England and JCB Digatron collecting the first 8 points of the night in the pursuit of tonight's overall event championship. And there the leaderboard is up on the video board. JCB Digatron with 8 points, followed by Zach Garner, Wildside, Gravedigger, El Toro Loco, Raminator, Sparkle Smash, Hotsy, and Overboard round out your 8 competitors. Well, there's still a lot more Monster Jam action coming your way, because coming up next is the Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge. This is where our drivers will have 2 attempts to throw down their sickest tricks on 2 wheels. And you, the fans, of course, will be using judgeszone.com. We'll let you know a little bit more about that later. But you, the fans, are going to be looking for those new moves, those wow moments, of course, maybe some combination moves. And Jabari or I will let you know what you're seeing out on the track. And that will be coming up here in just a moment. And Monster Jam fans, just to let you know, please do not breach those red safety holes, the plastic around the arena. We will have to stop the event, and that is for your safety and your safety only. Once again, please do not breach or move below the red plastic safety holes. Thank you. Our second competition coming up is the Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge, and this is where you, the fans, will use your first opportunity to use judgeszone.com. And for more on that, let's throw it down to Jabari Thomas, who's in the stands.
Oh, yeah, Monster Jam, like I said earlier, Kay, is totally unscripted, and you guys are going to help score this next competition. It's super easy. I'm going to show you guys how to do that right now. Take out your phones, head to judgeszone.com. Judgeszone.com is where you need to go. You're going to put in that city code LEX. You can also scan this QR code right here on the Monster Jam video board, or you can head to judgeszone.com. Your city code again, LEX. And then once you put in LEX, you're going to see the BKT tire. Now, this is how it works. After a competition is completed, you're going to have 20 seconds to lock in those scores. You move that tire all the way up into the green to score high, or you're going to move that BKT tire in the red to score low. And like I said, you have 20 seconds to get those scores in. Again, it's at judgeszone.com. You guys ready for more Monster Jam?
We're going to kick things off with our first competitor, Kurt Kramer, Hot Seat. First attempt, a popper from Kurt Kramer and Hot Seat with one more attempt left.
Let's hear it for Kurt Kramer in Hot Seat. Now's your chance to head to judgeszone.com. Lock in those scores right now.
What a way to kick things off here in the Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge. Two poppers from Kurt Kramer and Hot Seat, and maybe even a little combination there at the very end on that second attempt into a moonwalk. Scores need to get locked in as soon as possible. Here, our first competitor, scores are in. Let's go to the video board. 6.465 from you, the fans. There is the video replay of Hot Seat as he kicks things off here in our second competition. A great start there for Kurt Kramer and Hot Seat. .465 is the score to beat as we get set to meet our second competitor of the Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge, and that will be Caleb Blood, Sparkle Smash. Caleb Blood goes for the popper on top of the Monster Jam pod with 1 attempt left.
Let's hear it for Caleb Blood in Sparkle Smash. You guys got 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
A little pirouette move at the very end. Does a 360 and lands on all those BKT tires. Caleb Blood, Sparkle Smash, awaiting your scores now. Judgeszone.com, our second competitor here. And you can also use that QR code to get on to judgeszone.com. Scores are locked in. Let's see that score. .552. We have a new leader. Caleb Blood and Sparkle Smash now is your new leader with a great score of 8.552. As we see the little 360 move at the very end of the second attempt. 2 poppers. Those 2 moves put her in the top spot. And now is the new leader as we're going to get to meet our third competitor, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. You can see those back tires waving to the crowd, showing great technical skill. Walking it back for a moonwalk.
That was Armando Castro in El Toro Loco. Make some noise. 20 seconds to lock in those scores right now at judgeszone.com.
2 great attempts there from El Toro Loco. Now it's time for you to let those scores get locked in at judgeszone.com. Use the QR code, log on to judgeszone.com on your web browser. We want to know what you think about those 2 attempts from your 2024 Great Clips World Finals champion. Scores are locked. Your score to beat 8.552 from Sparkle Smash. Lexington, your score for El Toro Loco is... with a score of 9.38538, he's now your new leader. Take a look at that replay, the second attempt there on the video board. Popper back into a moonwalk, showing great balance at the top of the ramp. And there you have it. He is your new leader with a 9.538, El Toro Loco and Armando Castro. There you see, we've got our leaderboard up on the video board. El Toro Loco, followed by Sparkle Smash and Hot Seat. We are ready for our next competitor, Zach Garner, Wild Side. The balancing act from Zach Garner, and Wild Side steering wheel out the window. What a first attempt. No steering wheel was used in the making of that popper. One more attempt left.
Let's hear it for Zach Garner in Wild Side. 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
Huge sky wheelie for the last attempt. And now it's up to you to decide his fate here at judgeszone.com. Remember the score to beat, 9.538 from El Toro Loco. Was that enough to take the lead away from El Toro Loco? It'll be up to you. In just a moment, we will find out what that score is. The scores are locked in. Let's take a look at the video board. Your score for Wild Side, 8.536.
Beautiful people, I'm here in section 30, and I have Ron here. He is 11 years old, and you know what? I'm a little tired, so I think I'm going to let Ron introduce our next truck. Take it away, Ron.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for your next driver, Grave Digger!
Kristen Anderson and Grave Digger with her signature tombstone move. Walks it across the pod, and we're awaiting the second attempt. Let's make some noise for Kristen Anderson, Grave Digger. All right, time to turn those cheers into some scores right now as you are officially on the clock. For Kristen Anderson and Grave Digger, this will be up to you to decide if she will take the lead away from Armando Castro and El Toro Loco. They've been battling out all season long there on their Arena Championship Series, and now it'll be up to you to decide their fate. All right, scores are in. Your score to beat 9.538 from El Toro Loco, and your score for Grave Digger is 6.745. That is the score for Grave Digger. And we have two more drivers remaining here in this competition. Another 8 points are on the line for our competitors as we take a look at that replay. A popper for this last attempt from Kristen Anderson and Grave Digger. There you see the leaderboard right now. El Toro Loco, Sparkle Smash, Wildside, Grave Digger, and Hot Sea are your 5 competitors with 2 drivers remaining. I am getting word that Overboard will not be able to compete in this competition, so 2 more drivers will be left. If you've not started scoring, you can do so at any time. You do not need to start scoring at the beginning of the competition, although we would love to make sure that each and every one of you are scoring fairly and accurately for all of our drivers. Our second to last competitor up, it's Mark Hall, Raminator. One more attempt remains there for Mark Hall and Raminator.
Let's hear it for Mark Hall in Raminator. 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
You take a look at the Super Glue to the Action replay that can help you get those scores locked in for Mark Hall and Raminator. You can also use that QR code, of course. Get those scores in. You've got about 4 seconds left on the clock for Mark Hall and Raminator, one of the big veterans of our sport. There he is. Scores are locked in. Let's take a look at the video board. Your score for Raminator is... You gave him a 4.893. We only have one driver remaining before you crown your very first winner using judgeszone.com. And for one of our drivers, another 8 points here on the line in our second competition. One driver remaining and the second 8 points. We want to give a big shout out to all of our sponsors here. A big shout out to Texas Roadhouse. Of course, there's a QR code on the banner there. If you scan that QR code, you can get a free appetizer. And we also want to thank BKT, our official tire sponsor. You can log on to bkt-tires.com for all your off-highway tire solution needs. A big shout out and thank you to Spin Master, the official toy sponsor of Monster Jam. You can grab your official Spin Master Monster Jam diecast truck out on the concourse today. And JCB, our official equipment provider of not only this weekend Monster Jam, but all of our Monster Jams here in the 2024 season. But locally, we want to thank Company Wrench JCB for allowing us to use their equipment here in Lexington, the official equipment provider here of Monster Jam. We're going to take a look right now. We're going to get a word here in just a moment on what's going on with Raminator. But there you see, you can scan the QR code and get yourself a free appetizer courtesy of Texas Roadhouse. So make sure you get those phones up right now. Scan that QR code and get yourself a free appetizer, courtesy of our great friends at Texas Roadhouse. Don't forget to join us in Salt Lake City next year, July 4th weekend, 2025, for Monster Jam World Finals 24. That's going to be at Rice-Eccles Stadium, and we're going to be crowning some World Finals champions. If you went to SoFi Stadium this year, you saw all the great, crazy action in us crowning some new World Finals champions. And some of them are here as well. Zach Gardner and Wildside, and Armando Castro and El Toro Loco, 2 brand new World Finals champions. There you see our Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge leaderboard as we're going to get set for our last competitor up, Tristan England, JCB Digatron. Walking and waving and using the rear steer, Tristan England and JCB Digatron making it look so easy there with the reverse popper combination move. One more attempt left.
That was Tristan England in JCB Digatron. Let's hear it. 20 seconds to lock in those scores right now at judgeszone.com.
He is our last competitor and is the only man that can take away the win from Armando Castro and El Toro Loco, but that will be up to you and only you to decide at judgeszone.com. Were those 2 attempts better than El Toro Loco's? The score to beat, 9.538 El Toro Loco. Lexington, your score for JCB Digatron is 8.431, which means your Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge winner, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco.
Let's hear it again for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Wow, man, what an incredible run. How did that feel?
It felt great. You know, we got some heavy hitters in the 2-wheel skills competition, so we had to bring my A game out here, man. I love doing this 2-wheel skills. This is one of my favorite competitions. We were fortunate enough this year to be the crown, the 2024 World Finals 2-wheel skills champion, so I guess there's a target on my back. But, man, I'm having fun out here. It's my very first time here in Lexington, Kentucky, so we're going to try to leave our mark. But, man, are you guys having fun? Make some noise.
Okay, Armando, a couple more competitions. We got Monster Jam Donuts coming up. How do you feel about it?
I felt great. You know, this dirt is really, you know, it's kind of tacky. It's kind of slick at some points. But, man, I guess the best one is come out here and it's got to do some donuts. I'm going to make that bullet chase his own tear and have fun out here, man. I'm having a good time. Man, it starts with you guys. Get on that smartphone. Go to judgeszone.com. Slide that BKT up and down, man. I'm going to do my job and do the best I can. You guys do yours. But, man, Lexington, Kentucky, man, you guys are a little too quiet out here tonight. Make some noise if you're having a good time at Monster Jam.
Armando Castro, El Toro Loco.
A huge congratulations to Armando Castro and El Toro Loco taking home his first 8 points of the night. And, of course, a big shout-out there to Tristan England and JCB JCB Digatron collecting his first 8 points of the night with being the winner of JCB Racing. So it's been an exciting first half of Monster Jam action, but right now, this is halftime. Be sure to head up to the concourse, grab your official Monster Jam merchandise, and meet us right back here for the second half of action. We are on our third competition, Monster Jam Donuts. And of course, like I've been saying all night long, this competition is where our drivers will have one attempt to get as dizzy as possible. And you, the fans, will use judgeszone.com like you've been doing for all of our competitions here. So, are you guys ready for Monster Jam Donuts? Our first competitor. Our first competitor coming up will be Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger.
Make some noise for Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger. 20 seconds to lock in those scores. Let's hear it. Make some noise.
She kicks things off here in our Monster Jam Donut competition. We're going to take a look at the super glue glued to the action replay, and you can use that replay to lock in your scores as you only have about 5 seconds left on the clock. And she will set the tone for the rest of our field of competition here. Scores are locked in for you, the fans. Scores coming up on the video board, and you gave her a great score, 8.213. Coming up next, Zach Garner, Wild Side.
Let's hear it for Zach Garner in Wild Side. 20 seconds to lock in those scores right now. Judgeszone.com.
And Zach Garner in Wild Side does his donut attempt with no steering wheel. It was once again out the window. And it's now time to get those scores in. Our second competitor. The score to beat, 8.213 from Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger. And your score for Wild Side coming up on the video board, 7.732. Gravedigger is your score to beat, 8.213. Our third competitor up, it's Mark Hall, Raminator.
Make some noise for Mark Hall in Raminator. It is up to you, Lexington, judgeszone.com. Go ahead and cast those scores.
Around he goes. Time to get those scores in for Mark Hall and Raminator. The super glue glued to the action replay. Nice momentum and speed there as well. A great donut there for Mark Hall and Raminator. Time to get those scores in. And the score to be 8.213 from Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger. Your score for Mark Hall and Raminator is 8.422. He's now your new leader. Up next, we've got Tristan England, JCB Digatron.
Let's hear it for Tristan England in JCB Digatron. 20 seconds to get in those scores. You can scan that QR code or head to judgeszone.com.
He's a little dizzy out there. Tristan England, JCB Digatron, collecting himself there from a wild donut attempt. Lots of speed, lots of revolutions. Will it be enough to take the lead away from Raminator? We're going to find out here in just a moment. Scores are in. Score to beat 8.422 Raminator. Your score for JCB Digatron is 8.530. Your new leader. You can see our donut competition leaderboard. JCB Digatron at the top spot, followed by Mark Hall and Raminator. Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger currently sitting in third, while Zach Garner and Wildside sit in the fourth spot. And of course, we've got 3 more Monster Jam trucks coming your way, potentially the fourth with Overboard. Hopefully those technicians back there can get Overboard back into the competition. Score to beat 8.530, Tristan England and JCB Digatron, as we await our next 2 drivers to the track. Our next driver up, it's Armando Castro, El Toro Loco.
Let's hear it for Armando Castro in El Toro Loco. 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
All right, it is time to see if he can take the lead. We've had some new leaders almost each and every run. Will this be another new lead change for El Toro Loco and Armando Castro? Time to find out here. Scores are in. Let's see that score for El Toro Loco. 8.663. He's now your new leader. Coming up next, Kurt Kramer, Hot Seat. Let's hear it for Kurt Kramer, Hot Seat. Hiked up just a little too much, ended out on the side there. Kurt Kramer and Hot Seat, you can still get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. Made a couple revolutions there. Scan the QR code or log on to judgeszone.com. Score to beat, remember, is now El Toro Loco. And we will see and await your scores here for Hot Seat. Scores are in. Let's see that score. And you gave him a 6.436. He is back up on all fours right now, and we are going to take a look at the video board for your donut competition leaderboard. El Toro Loco still holding the top spot, 8.663, followed by JCB, Digatron, Raminator, Gravedigger, Wildside, and Hot Seat. Round out your top six with one more truck remaining, potentially two if we can get Overboard back into the competition. They're working on that front steering pump and seeing if he's going to be able to return back into our event. The return of Jamie Garner and Overboard out to the track. A big applause to all of his technicians working back there as well, making sure that he can get back onto the floor. So now we have officially two competitors left of Monster Jam Donuts. Our next driver up, it's Caleb Blood. Sparkle Smash! And that will do it for Caleb Blood. Sparkle Smash. Not the donut that she definitely wanted out there, but nonetheless, get those scores locked in. JudgesZone.com. Lost power there. I'm getting word from our Monster Jam officials. An unfortunate run there for Caleb Blood and Sparkle Smash. You can get those scores in, though, at JudgesZone.com, and you've got about 3 seconds left. Scores are in. Let's take a look and see where you put her at. A 4.326. And he has made it back out of the competition. Jamie Garner overboard.
Make some noise for Jamie Garner in overboard. 20 seconds right now to lock in those scores at JudgesZone.com.
You can take a look at that super glued to the action replay. Jamie Garner and overboard. Back out here in our event number 1. And now we await to see who our winner will be. The next 8 points on the line. Scores are in. Your score to be 8.663, El Toro Loco. Your score for overboard is 8.693. Jamie Garner and overboard is your donut winner. From not being able to compete in the first half of Monster Jam to collecting his first 8 points of the night, Jamie Garner and overboard, your donut winner.
Jamie Garner, baby, wow. You know, we didn't think you were coming back. You came back and you won, man. How did that feel?
You know what? All the UNOH guys back there helping us thrash on this truck to get back here. Lee Roberts, buddy, that's for you. Lexington, Kentucky, Roberts Towing. They put that in my trust to come here and rock it out. When I couldn't race and I couldn't do two-wheel, that makes us really upset. When it comes to freestyling tonight, that's what we come here for. We're going to rock freestyle out. Take your pictures now, because it ain't going to look like this.
Man, okay, like you said, we have one more competition left. Freestyle, how are you feeling about it?
I can't wait. I think I'm third. Perfect spot to go. Let the first two knock some of the edges off this pod. We're going to kill this thing.
All right, we're waiting for Jamie Garner. Everybody in overboard.
A huge congratulations there to Jamie Garner and overboard, collecting his first points of the night. And it will come down to our last competition, which will be Monster Jam Freestyle. You can see Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, is currently our leader here in our BKT overall event leaderboard. Right behind him, 1 point behind, is JCB Diggatron's Tristan England and Zach Garner and Wildside. Gravedigger and Kristen Anderson and Raminator and Mark Hall round out our top 5. But like Jamie Garner said, our last competition coming up is Monster Jam Freestyle. This is where you will have the final opportunity to crown a winner and then help us crown an overall event champion. Our drivers will have 75 seconds to throw down their wildest and crazy freestyle, and it'll be up to you to decide who the winner will be. You need to be looking for some big air combination moves, wow moments, and of course anything else out on the track that will get that big score for our Monster Jam fans. Again, you'll be using JudgesZone.com, the code LEX. If you've not started scoring, this is the perfect competition to get those scores locked in.
Hey, Lexington! It's time for you, the fans, to get Monsters Jam Freestyle started. I need everybody to take out your cell phones, turn on those flashlights. We're about to light it up here. And I want everybody to follow with the beat, starting with up, down, up, down, up. Oh, yeah. We've reached the pinnacle of today's event. This is Monster Jam Freestyle! Let's hear it for Mark Hall in Raminator. You guys got 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
All right, we want to know what you think about that run. He kicks things off. He'll set the tone. He'll set the bar for the rest of our competitors as we await your scores now. Judgeszone.com. 3 seconds left as scores are in. Let's take a look at the video board. Your score for Mark Hall and Raminator, 7.862. We're going to see a replay there in just we're going to see the replay right now there from Raminator, brought to you by the original Super Glue. Glue to the action replay. Some nice momentum. Good use of the entire track. Those are things that you, the fans, should be looking for while using judgeszone.com. They're giving him the signal to fire his Monster Jam truck. Mark Hall and Raminator there with the 7.862. That is the score to beat and sets the precedence for the rest of our drivers. Once again, we want to thank all of our great sponsors here. We want to thank, of course, Spin Master. You can grab your official Spin Master Monster Jam diecast truck up on the concourse. We've got lemonade. We've got snow cones as well. We also want to thank Great Clips for being a proud sponsor of this weekend's Monster Jam, and of course all of our Monster Jams going on across the country. And don't forget to check us out next year, July 4th weekend, 2025 for Monster Jam World Finals 24, happening at Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City, Utah. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be wild. Biggest pit party you have ever seen. You can help us crown World Finals champions as well You can log on to monsterjam.com for more information.
What's happening, beautiful people? I'm here in section 32 with this beautiful family. We're about to play something called Finish the Lyric, and this is how it works. Our DJ is going to play a portion of a song and then cut it off, and then you guys have to finish the lyrics by Taylor Swift. You belong to me. DJ, let's hit the music. The lyric. Thank you so much. She's like, I cannot believe I just did that. Congratulations. Now, I have one more question. Who's ready for some more Monster Jam?
Coming up next, we got Tristan England, JCB Digatron.
There he is, Tristan England and JCB Digatron. 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
What a wild run there from Tristan England and JCB Digatron. Getting some big air off the pod. And even landed a technical move there with the popper mid-momentum. All right, we need to get your scores in here. We want to know, the scores are locked. Let's take a look. Your score for JCB Digatron is 8.404. He's now your new leader. Our next driver up is Kurt Kramer, Hot Seat.
Let's hear it, Lexington, for Hassie. It's up to you, judgeszone.com. You can scan that QR code as well. Casting your scores right now. 20 seconds.
All right, now we got less than 20 seconds here at judgeszone.com. We've got about 12 now on the clock as we take a look at the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. You can watch that replay because it is essentially a highlight package of all the great moves from each and every one of our drivers. Scores are locked in. Your score for Hotzi, 5.702. We're going to get ready for our fourth competitor, Caleb Blood, Sparkle Smash. You can see by the in-cab look there, she's awaiting to get that freestyle started. And unfortunately, I'm getting word from our Monster Jam officials. She is broke, and that's why she's back into her pit stall. Let's make some noise, though, for Caleb Blood and Sparkle Smash. Let's show her some love, Lexington. You can see the frustration there from the in-cab view of Sparkle Smash. And she had to go back into the pit stall. No scores there for Sparkle Smash, so scoring is not open. And for Sparkle Smash. We're going to go to our next competitor then. It'll be Jamie Garner, Overboard.
Let's hear it for Jamie Garner in Overboard. 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
What air we just saw from Overboard. Great freestyle run there. Big air. Kind of sails there through the sky as we take a look at that replay. Scores are open. Score to beat 8.404. Your score from JCB Decatron. And your score for Overboard is... He's your new leader with an 8.757. 3 more trucks remain here in Monster Jam Freestyle. And coming up, it's Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Let's hear it for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. He was on his way to a wild freestyle run. And now it'll be up to you to decide what the fate of Armando Castro and El Toro Loco is. A little inside, upside down look there. A great vertical leap there as we see on the replay. And he went off the log stack right there. And just a little too much lands on the lid, and that ends his run prematurely. Scores are in. Your score for El Toro Loco. 8.545. That's good enough for the second spot. So Armando Castro and El Toro Loco now take the second spot, but it is still all overboard right now. 8.757. That is the score to beat, while JCB, Digatron, Raminator, and Hatsi round out our top 5. And we've got 2 more drivers left.
What's happening, beautiful people, in section 33? And I need this whole section to participate in this. We're going to play something called Helmet Shuffle. We're going to put a trophy underneath a helmet. It's going to shuffle around. You got to keep your eyes on it. There it is right there. And guess which one is going to land under? Here it is. And keep your eye on the middle one. Let's go. All right, I'm watching with you, Lexington. It's moving around, jumping around. Okay, 33, let me see you. Hold your hands up. Let me see which one you think it is. I see 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead and let's just see which one it's under, okay? Let's unveil the first helmet here and see what we got. Is it under 1? No. Okay, is it under number 3? Oh, man. So then this thing must be under number 2. Wow, that was it. Thank you so much for playing the Helmet Shuffle with us. I have one more question. You guys ready for some more Monster Jam? Let's do it. Kay, what you got?
Well, we've got our overall event leaderboard right now because it is going to come down to Monster Jam Freestyle. With 20 points, our leader, Armando Castro and El Toro Loco, is your BKT overall event leader right now, but 1 point behind him is Tristan England and JCB Digatron, while Wildside and Zach Gardner are currently sitting in 3rd, and Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger sits in 4th. Raminator, Sparkle Smash, Overboard, and Hatsi are going to round out your 8 competitors here for event number 1. And we're going to get El Toro Loco back on all 4s right there. With 2 more drivers remaining, we got Wildside, Zach Gardner, and we've got Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger. Those are your last 2 competitors left here before you crown our freestyle winner and our overall event champion. He is your reigning 2024 JCB Racing World Finals champion. Coming up next, Zach Garner, Wild Side. The clock is paused at 24 seconds. And awaiting the official word from our Monster Jam officials and USHRA safety officials there in the yellow and black. He's got the green light to continue on.
Let's hear it for Jamie Garner in Wild Side. 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com. It's up to you, Lexington.
Zach Garner and Wild Side finish off his run. What a freestyle there. A great save from Zach Garner, Wild Side, during his freestyle run. Time to get those scores locked in. Will it be enough to take the lead here? We're going to find out in just a moment. Scores are locked in. Will we have a new leader? Let's take a look. Your score, 9.127. He's now your new leader. She is our final competitor of Monster Jam Freestyle. This is Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger.
Make some noise for Kristen Anderson in Great Gravedigger. 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com, Lexington.
He is our final competitor before we crown a freestyle winner and overall event champion. All right. Scores are being tabulated right now as we take a look at her replay. Brought to you by the Super Glue, glued to the action replay. Your score to beat 9.127 from Wild Side. Scores are in. Your score for Gravedigger is 8.442 for Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger, which means Zach Garner and Wild Side is your freestyle winner. But was it enough for the overall event championship as Zach Garner and Wild Side collect his first 8 points of the night? So let's take a look and crown an overall event champion with 5 points in JCB Racing, 8 in the Great Clips 2 Wheel Skills Challenge, 7 in the Donut Competition, and 6 in Monster Jam Freestyle for a total of 26 points. Lexington, your overall event champion is Armando Castro, El Toro Loco.
Here he is, your overall event champion, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Wow, how did that feel?
Oh, man, it feels great, man. First and foremost, I want to thank each and every one of you guys, man, for sticking it through the whole night. You know what? I told these guys back here in intermission, we had to come out here and we have to burn her down. We got to give the best show we can to these Monster Jam fans. That's exactly what we did. As you guys can see, all of us, man, we laid it out in freestyle. But hey, man, we're holding this big trophy right here because of you guys. You guys thought I was the best one out here, but man, I'm just super excited to be here. It's my first time in Lexington, Kentucky, but man, I got to give it to my buddy right here, Daniel. These guys and girls behind the scenes do not get enough credit for what they do. These guys are the true superstars and true heroes of Monster Jam. These guys stay up all night and all hours to make sure these trucks are running 110%. So let's give a big round of applause to all the technicians behind the scenes, baby.
One more night here in Lexington. What can fans expect from El Toro Loco tomorrow?
We're going to turn up the heat, baby. You know what happens when we mess with the bull, baby. You get the horns. And everybody, man, this is YouTube Live. To everybody back at home, I love you guys. I got friends here. My buddy Joe, Amanda are in the stands right here. Para todos mis latinos, les quiero mucho. Es un honor y es un orgullo estar aquí. A representar a mi gente, man, mi cultura, a todos los latinos. But hey, if you have fun at Monster Jam tonight, make some noise!
Your overall event champion, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. We're not done. We have one more driver to interview. Our overall, or I should say our freestyle champion, Zach Garner. Wow. That was incredible. How did that feel to win that freestyle?
You know what, being able to come out here going 7th, I knew I had to kind of come out here and step it up. Watching my dad run, I was like, man, you know what? We're going to have to come out here and put on a great run out here for you amazing Lexington fans. He's out here supporting Robert's Towing, who's a local company here. But you know what, Lexington? Did you guys have fun on Monster Jam?
A huge congratulations to our overall event champion, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Well, you still have time to head up to the concourse, grab your official Monster Jam merchandise. Of course, you can catch everything Monster Jam on monsterjam.com, and you can watch those episodes on MAV TV every Saturday at 8 p.m. Well, for Jabari Thomas, I'm Kay Young. We hope you had fun, and we hope to see you tomorrow at our next Monster Jam.
Thank you, Lexington.